You know that feeling you get when you realize you need more screen space? Yeah. Another monitor would be great, because then I can have my game in one, my uh, OBS in another, and then everything else in the third. But we'll see how that goes. Um, but beyond that, hello everybody. How's it going? How you doing? Doing good, I hope. Celebrating another wunderbar day. Wunderbar day. So, as we started a little late, we have a few people, a couple folks out, but we have enough to play the game, and that is what is important. So, without further adieu, let's get this bad boy started, shall we? We shall. So, who would like to do a recap? I know it's been a couple weeks, so save.
Hmm. I don't even recall where we were. I did not write notes.
You didn't write notes. What? How could you? Perhaps a change of scene will jog your memory. Do. Gotta grab the scene. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How about now? Also, everyone's muted. Um. do, do. Now let me get a message out real quick. Here we go. Well, what do you remember? Let's see. Let's see what you got.
I'm pretty sure the very first thing we started off the session with was trying to dispel the table that had the face on it.
Yeah, I think so. And it didn't lessen the chaos, right?
It didn't
Mm-mm.
have a oh the yeah, it seemed like it didn't really have an effect
Mm-hmm. And then two of our players went on the side over here and tried to go through the door, causing a trap. And then there was, what were they? Little creatures that popped up in here that were a little necrotic
Well,
looking.
somebody touched the door handle and set off a trap
Mm-hmm.
that somehow put me to sleep.
Yeah, y'all went night, and I stood over there and watched and shook my head because I told you not to. Nobody listens to me. And then a tentacly thing came up from out of the trap
There we
door
go.
under the table. And then we had that, I never know what
I
to
had to
call
fix
it, but
that
like
token.
that bubblegum looking monster with all the mouths.
Gibbering mouther.
There we go.
Shrink it.
Come out as well. And we fought those. I believe the tentacle monster had decided to go back into its hidey hole, and then I think there was at least talk of pulling the table back over it, but I'm not sure if we actually did.
It was also before we came over here, after we dispelled the table, there was a bunch of like rumbling and vibrations in the ground, and no one really knew what it was or what to do. And then all of a sudden, this massive, like, bone knight came out of the ground, and he was like right in front of Price, so I thought he was just gonna hit Price and kill him. And then he kneeled in front of Price and came to meet this bone knight named Sir Kel, I think, and got him back his heart, which was in the carriage, and he ended up knighting Price. And he told us about his homeland or we actually, I think it was Kalia, had a good history check and like was aware of his homeland and was asking questions. And he's went on this tour of vengeance instead of sticking around with us. And it reminded me when you brought up the gibbering mouth, because Price got knighted and then like 5 minutes later was almost killed by being eaten by the gibbering mouth thing.
Oh yeah, you did get knighted by the that thing. Yeah, forgot about that.
And then yeah, there was we were fighting these like bony sort of, they were like, they kind of like gnolls but smaller.
Yeah, they had that general like Nola shape, kind of tall torsos, long arms. Well, assuming if they had flesh. Get the image for them, maybe jog their memory a little bit. Have quite the library here. There it is.
Ah, yeah. And then yeah, like Maluna was saying, I forget exactly what we ended on, but we were all in this room and kind of, I think, discussing what to do next.
I dealt with that, did the knighting. And recalling anything in regards to the knight in that particular wagon?
We got the heart back for him.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna help him with the recap a little bit. It's been a couple weeks, so that's fine. Doo-doo. Get camera control. There. 2, 3, 4. All right. Is that all that you can recall?
Yeah.
And does he have an inspiration already? He does not. All right. Well, if that is all that you can recall, then by all means, enjoy your inspiration. Don't forget to click the button.
I've already got inspiration, so someone else feel free to grab it.
Oh, the schmutz on my mouse pad. Oof. Dust.
I do not, but somebody else can take it if they don't.
I don't either, but either way is fine.
Go for it.
Sweet. Thank you.
All right. So, essentially, after things have died down, or in some cases died again, just kind of left in this big old, like, empty room. Like the floorboards look kind of old and dried out. Um, there's like these like old rotted old chests with like rust covering them. I mean, a couple of you may have slipped and tripped over one breaking in the window. Um, and there's like beds. Maybe at some point you kind of ascertain that this could have been a barracks or something. Maybe because you can see like hammocks and beds, like a couple of chests that look like they're just seconds away from turning into just piles of nothing. These old tables that, these old wooden tables that look like they're probably in the same condition as the flooring, probably just seconds away from turning into just dust. Like maybe a couple like old weapon racks in here that have long since been unused, dust covered, and probably a couple of them even just from age and time and just probably exposure to some extent have fallen into disrepair. Couple of crates in here. Yep. So the question now is, what do y'all want to do? I can bring Kit to the scene. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Is everything cleared out in this
I've already dealt with those two. So
that we know of?
there is still a building to the north that has
No, I
been
meant in
untouched.
this building that we're at.
You guys haven't done anything. Like this is right after the fight ended for the most part.
But yeah, what I mean, the fight's completely over. It's like,
There's no initiative.
okay, I'm gonna climb in the window.
Taking care to, avoid broken glass.
Yeah.
He has a concentration off for some reason. She concentrate. Boundary. Hunter's mark, that's why. Break concentrate. One, two. Oh yeah, because you guys didn't even try to open the door. Well, you tried to open the door, but ended up going through the window. So that door's still closed.
I'm going to investigate in and around the beds. Or what's left of them.
Give me an investigation. $17. So these beds, interestingly enough, as opposed to the condition of everything else in here, the wood, the damage, the time, these beds seem to be not like in new condition. Like they look like they've been used and whatnot, but they have not suffered the same effects of the the surrounding room.
Okay. Hey, Price, you want to these beds look in pretty good shape. Can your little storage thing hold them? Pretty sure we could probably use them back at the village.
Uh, uh, OOC, I don't think so. I think
Mm.
that's up to Cube.
Oh.
I might be able to like knock a leg off or something.
I mean, you could store a wagon, but you can't store a bed.
Well, I more stored the wagon pieces. It's a weird process. And then I got to build it, and then I pull it out of the. Yeah, that is the weird part.
So are you concentrating on anything right now?
Bryce is gonna pull his briefcase out, and he'll just kind of open it and just
Flame blade, no.
start from one corner. Just try and push this thing into his briefcase.
Yeah, I think those were the detect magic concentrations.
It was either that or
Oh, that was flame blade.
oh yeah.
All right, so you're trying to shove a bed in a briefcase?
Yeah.
As hard as you try, as much effort and attempt that you put into it, the bed does not go into the briefcase.
Yeah. I think it's because it doesn't have wheels. See Bryce just kind
Ooh,
of
okay.
scratching his chin.
Well, can we take the bedding to make capes for goblins?
I don't see why not.
I'd like
Cubed, was it
to-
this chest right here that was broken?
All the chests in here are.
Okay. So, were we concerned about there being something underneath the floor in here?
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
I mean the tentacle thing kind of came up out of the floor. That seems like something to be concerned about.
Did it come out of the floor or did it come out of a portal? I can't detect magic, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I thought it came out of the floor. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, because I know it's been a little bit. But it kind of came out of like the area that, like the table in the center. And that's when they popped out in this other creature. As I believe as you had determined, the gibbering mouther. That thing popped out in its place. Just give them a little bit of help with the reminder update.
Well, should we look around in here anymore? Or
We should check the bodies for anything, right?
you
Well,
think that
there are there's 4 undead things, and what remains of a pile of flesh and teeth.
you think the mouth creature has a belly? I'm sure it eats a lot of stuff.
Let me give them an image of the thing they fought, just a refresher.
I think it's is it anorexic or bulimic? Probably
There are
doesn't have the other end.
Just doesn't hold on to it. Yeah, that thing's gross.
I mean, if you want to go digging, but
I don't.
in the fleshy eyes and mouths.
I will check the bone monsters.
So they had. Well, luckily, there wasn't really much on them to have to search through because, they were just kind of bodies. All of them had these like spiky clubs, these really gnarly looking like spike clubs.
Well, we have an army to outfit. Does anybody have enough storage for these
So I'm gonna.
maces or whatever clubs they are?
I mean, I have I believe I do actually. Let me double check. I play like way too many characters right now.
No such thing.
Well, I picked up the swords
There it
and
is. Okay,
shields,
yep.
but I don't have them in my inventory, so I can't tell you.
I have a bag that, keeps going, kind of, a bag of holding. So
Ooh.
if you can't carry it, I might be able to.
Yeah, and maybe one of them might be an upgrade for your basic weapon, not your carrot, but your normal weapon.
Hmm?
So you go around picking up clubs.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I will hand them to Flora so she can put them in the bag of holding.
Maluna?
Or Meluna, sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let me do some background stuff.
I am not sure how to add things to the inventory though.
So Yeah, I can do that. So 4 clubs pretty much is just the stats of a normal club. But to show you how to do it, in the importer, you know, like when you how you created your character and whatnot, in all those options, there's an items tab.
I'm sorry if you were talking to me, I didn't hear a word of it. The reason I keep being so quiet is because my children are in attack mode with each other and they keep fighting, and I have to keep muting and getting on to them. So,
That's all
um,
right. So the
yeah.
importer,
Okay.
there is a little tab there that says items. So you can click on items and just go to like club and then bring it into your on your sheet. I mean, I could do it too, just showing you how to do it for
Mm.
future reference.
Mm,
Club.
like one of the little tabby things on here, like it says like chat messages, combat encounters, actors, and then items.
Oh, so
Or are you
in your
talking about
character
somewhere
sheet.
else? Oh, in the character sheet.
Yeah,
Uh,
the other options next to the close, like the close out button.
oh, okay.
There's like the little import option, and then you can
Yeah, I see. I see.
add 4 clubs.
All right.
All right.
Um, I don't know why this is so hard for me. Haley Marie, step away, please. I'm playing my game. Go talk to dad. Nope, go ask your dad. I'm sorry, guys. Good.
All right. I can just import them. 1 club, 2 clubs, 3 clubs, 4 clubs. There you go. 4 clubs. And I gotta get another character pulled up to this real quick. Pull them in there. Switch them down there. Perfect. Okay. You have 4 clubs. So you go around this room collecting the remains of whatever ungodly creatures these were, which have been reduced to piles of bone, basically. Um, so the real question is, what do you want to do now? I will. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Noted. There we go.
Rice, I guess doesn't have to be Price because I know Maluda can as well. But sit down and ritual cast detect magic just to see now that we've killed the things in this room. If that chaotic magic energy has subsided at all.
It has not. It continues to permeate the area.
Yeah. It looks like this still wasn't really the source.
Well, I mean, there's another building that we haven't like officially checked out yet, isn't there?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, I
we
think
need to
so.
clear that one.
It's probably the next best thing.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try and
And didn't
fix
we
that
have a
token.
crate from one of the other buildings that we were gonna bring to the wagon?
Oh, of the fabrics.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I if there was room in there, I'll bring some of these and, toss them in. And Price will just kinda grab some of the bedding off of these.
Oh, I could have swore I saw Collier for a second there.
I think Vald is saying they're having internet issues.
Oh, okay.
I guess as far as detect magic, is there anything
Okay.
else in this room that's glowing?
Let's see. So the beds all have a let's see, within 30 feet of you. So these three beds all have an aura of abjuration, protection slash preservation. And beyond that, everything else is just that swirling, chaotic maelstrom of the arcane. Almost, it's at this point you kind of gather it's just ambient.
Yeah, I'm picturing like just like the air, I guess. It's just chaos swirls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi, you guys. So sorry that took
Hello.
so long. I'll be signed on in a few minutes when I get home.
It's all good. Do, do. Doesn't penetrate wall in 30 feet. And the table seems to have some semblance of conjuration, but you can kind of see that aura's just continually fading. Well, more so, it's like the aura of it is both fading, but also just kind of getting washed away in the sea of the chaos around you.
Okay. So you said that the beds had abjuration Price did go over and grab some of the like sheets and things off of it. Did anything happen?
Nope.
And the beds themselves still have this aura, but the sheets and bedding don't.
Correct. So as
Or
you
they
pull the sheets away from the beds, the sheets themselves don't have that aura. It's the construction, the construction of the bed itself that has it.
okay. Price is
And
definitely gonna.
they weren't even nice
he's got
sheets anyway.
he's just got a bundle of bedding. He's gonna just mention, well, there's the beds have some sort of abjuration, not directly tied to the sheets, but um, still just weird magic. That box is still checked. I'm gonna go put these in the crate. If I can get out of a window. Up, up, up. I gotta find the crate.
Uh,
I'm gonna pretend the crate's right here.
why does it show he has?
I think the crate would be back farther south.
So the
Oh,
crate
yeah?
that had the bedding and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe they took that to the wagon.
We
I
did.
think
Yeah.
I think we were going to. I didn't remember if we ever went back to the wagon or not.
We me and who was it?
Kalia.
I'm really yeah, me and her had taken it back to the cart.
Okay.
It's weird. It's showing he's
I think
concentrating on a token,
was
but it's not.
down here. I can't
Let
try
me
to ping.
try and
but
fix
it's not.
We
something.
came from this way.
Yeah, the way
Shouldn't
down
be
the
showing him
bottom
concentrating on anything.
corner of the map.
Well, I thought there was a crate. Maybe they took it back to the wagon already. I'm gonna just drop all this stuff off, I guess. And then we can go look at that other building.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. I'll remain here. Vigilant. As a knight, you remember? Vault's just running
Is he
off.
just like yelling?
And then I'm gonna drop it off down by where we came in because I don't know. Is there a box?
Yeah,
here? I don't
we could
know.
just narratively say, because if you remember, you guys set up like kind of right off the map.
Right. Yeah. Right here. So, okay. So I'm going to come back. Off to scout the next building. So, we don't want to touch any doors. I think windows have been a better option
Yep.
for us.
I agree with that.
Let's see if it falls as token. It does. Nice.
Oh, whoa. I think there's somebody here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, here. Move to where I
User
was.
config. Fearless.
Oh.
Perfect.
Is that Kit?
Nope, that is definitely not Kit. But you do see this other individual tied up on the floor.
Keep watch on them. I will go scout around to see if there's anybody other in through the other windows. And I'm going to go ahead and stealthily do this. So
All right. You sneak around the building and you just see, like, I mean, from a cursory glance looking through windows, this floor is in even worse condition than the other one. There's actual, like, holes in it. Yeah, bits of wood have broken off, rotted away. There's like visible holes in the floor. Just, the faintest breeze, it almost gives off this sense that this building's probably just gonna fall over completely. It's like
Nice.
it's almost like a haunted house kind of feel. Like a breeze happens, it's like this loud creak, just.
This building's not in very good shape, but I don't see anybody else.
Right. I'm gonna keep an eye on whoever's in there. You want to go get everyone else and
Yeah,
try
I'll
and
go.
figure out how to get inside?
Yeah, we might want to. Yeah, devise a plan. Start thinking about a plan while you keep watch.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's gonna think of a plan while he's going to get everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Bob. Did you guys find something else good over there?
Somebody's tied up in a building that's not in very good shape.
Oh,
We don't know the condition of the person. They're just tied up. But the building is not in good shape, and I didn't see anyone else in there.
oh, that's creepy.
I
Is
did
that
not touch
the
the door.
building, like way far up
Way up
north?
in the top. Yes, we need
Oh
to
yeah, that
go
looks like
way up.
a real broken one. I'll holler inside, be like, "Hey, Kaito, looks like we got somebody to save. Meet us at that really crumbly floored building up farther north." Oh, and I don't think they're online right now.
Yeah,
I'll
Maluna has
tell her
to
again when she comes
dip
back.
out. The
Is
kiddos.
Kaido not here as well? Or were they?
Ki-
I thought they
so
were just on, or was that Maluna's?
that was Maluna.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll pretend that I
Kaito
hollered.
is taking some time to do some breathing exercises.
So I got
Uh,
everybody that was conscious.
and
I was one person.
Flora is probably helping him with those breathing exercises. And Maluna is probably checking out some stuff about that interesting, like, little alchemy set that they picked up. So they're kind of indisposed.
Fair.
So, Price, I think I have a plan. So, whoever of the three of us is better with knots and and stealth should probably be the one at this window. And
Yeah,
then
I can help with that.
we go to the opposite, the other people go to the opposite side of the building windows. We break in first, right? So that we draw whatever attention, if there's anything else in here that could be spawning, we'll be in and maybe draw their attention for the third person to come through this little window and try to untie the person and rescue them while we draw their attention away.
Hey, Cube, is the person who's tied up like a small or medium-sized person?
They
Like
look
someone that
like
I
a
could feasibly drag out?
they look like a medium-sized creature. You can't really see them, like they're their back is to you. Their like hands and feet are tied up. They're just kind of laying almost like in the fetal position, but like kind of how in like movies where they tie them up and you just see like the
Yeah.
back of them.
Sure. Well, I'll whisper. I can probably help with the stealth anyway.
Okay. But you might also want to double check and maybe question them and maybe see if they have an ulterior motive. Try to find out if they're
They would
bad
have been
before
there.
you release them.
Been over there. They'd have been over there. Okay.
Sure.
But I think
That makes sense.
with them, Price and I could probably go the other corner and go in first. And that way, if anything happens, you can either assist us or we can assist you.
Sounds like a good plan. I'll keep an eye out here until you guys head through, and then I'll sneak in.
Hey, Vold, give me a
Yep.
quick little perception check. Since you did a cursory like glance around the room.
Mhm.
A 12. Okay, continue.
I also kind of made my way, like, trotted around the building to peek through. So, what did I see?
I mean, you saw the same thing. It was for something different.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Because he went around once, and this is his second time
Okay.
going around.
Oh, okay.
But let's see. I mean, with the nat 20, you can definitely see this person, like whoever tied this up. They did a pretty good job, but kind of looked like it was hastily done. You see, like there might be, with very little effort, you might be able to get this person free.
Okay. I mean, would the person
And
be able to get themselves free with some effort?
you're not sure of this person's capabilities.
Fair.
But yeah, there's a lot of like broken down tables and chairs in here, and some ain't right.
Are there any holes in the
Christ.
floor right between me and the guy or the person?
Is there any what?
Any holes in the floor between me and the person?
Oh,
like
there's
anything
holes.
that I should be?
There's holes
I mean, like
everywhere.
direct.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, there's holes
so-
literally everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, Price, you're
Price.
going around there. Oh no,
There's
this is your
a-
first time through.
There's a couple windows lined up on this other side that we could probably go through first. I'm going to do a
Do a zoom out there.
probably an investigation, right? Because I want to check to see if I can see what's like directly in front of the window. These windows over here.
Let's see. There's like some old wooden chairs that have fallen apart. There's like this really dusty looking, like broken marble statue. It doesn't really depict much of anything except for just like a torso at this point, because it looks like somebody probably just tossed this in here at some point and just left it. From a mirror perspective, what can you see? Yeah, lots of tables and chairs, pretty much. Also,
Is there anything
Kalia,
inside the
with your nat 20, you could swear that one of these chairs just like moved a little bit on its own accord towards this person. Anyway,
Is there anything inside that doesn't look just disheveled or destroyed, like it's out of place in the sense of it not being decrepit?
give me an insight, I guess. Guess an insight would. Yeah, he's trying to put. Would that be an investigation? Yeah, I'd say insight. Well, that's fine. Um, it all looks. I mean, there's like a potted plant in there. That there's a little bit of growth in here, but beyond that, um, everything just kind of seems to fit based on what you can see.
Okay. So first, I'm going to try to stealthily open the window before just breaking in.
All right, give me a stealth.
No, I do not.
All right, so you open the window.
All right, Price. I think our cover's blown. I think we just need to go in.
You have no idea that. Just because you rolled a 4 doesn't mean your character knows you rolled a 4.
I did, but I didn't. That's what I would think. If I like tried to stealthily open it and it's like creaking or whatever as I'm trying to open the window and making a ton of noise.
But to be fair, the entire building is also creaking.
Yeah.
It's super. I picture it just being super loud and like maybe it's getting stuck, so you're having to just yank it a little
Yeah.
bit, and Price is just kind of sitting there, and with each little squeak or squeal, he just kind of winces. And when the window's open, he's just like, "I think that was
Yes.
good. I don't think anyone heard us at all."
Okay. But we are the distraction, so we're
Right.
once we get in there, we
Okay.
might have to make some noise.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
good
that
at being
stealth
noticed.
operation can happen.
there's no way anybody would have heard that.
All right. You want to go first, or I can go first?
Yeah,
I should probably
you're,
go first.
You're bigger now. Are
Yeah.
you able to throw me? We talked
Oh.
about doing this with Kaito, but they're doing
I
some
don't think
breathing
I have the
exercise.
strength to do that, but
Oh, yeah, it's probably a bad idea.
but I should probably go first because I think I have the higher defense. So
I
I'll
got
be
your
the-
back, buddy.
I'll be the front line. Okay. I'm going to. Can I get through the window now?
There you go.
Okay.
What was the way I could... Oh no, that's a straight up wall. Why can they...
And then. See.
Oh, I see.
Does the floor look safe to walk on?
Well, let me do a check. Perception
Yes.
or in the
Well, actually, hold on. Let me scroll up. I think you already... Yeah, you already did perception before. On this room.
good because I'm rolling fours.
I mean, you're in here.
Well, it seems good enough. I'm standing on it.
Cube, did you say that I was concentrating on Flame Blade?
I turned it off because it has a duration still.
Yeah.
Price. There's whistling
And-
coming from the person.
Hey, Rayvon, what's up?
I move so Price can get in.
Can't get through. My cloak won't. Oh, there it
And
is.
then let's see. I can do. Oh, I think it's too far away for Kalia. See.
Let's see if they notice.
Yeah. Hey, Price. Before I'm gonna sneak over closer, so if you can see, I can telepathically communicate with the person. Because Kalia's
Alright.
not in yet, and as soon as we see Kalia ready to make her entrance, we might have to make some noise and to be a distraction.
Yep, and as you're
All right.
formulating this plan, let's go to Kalia. Because, they had enough time to go around this whole building. You You can hear the sounds of a window being like creaked open on even from here. Even though technically you shouldn't, but you know.
Sound carries, maybe, through the building. So I'm going to assume that they already checked for any weird magic on the window.
She can't see there.
I'm going to also check for any mundane traps.
No, it doesn't
I'm
look
not
like
too
anything
sure.
mundane.
But probably fine. So I'll do my best. I rolled an 18 for stealth to creak open the window.
Like
And
a
I'll try and make that
like an oiled joint. Just
sweet.
and you're moving in.
Yes, please.
Oop.
And I'll quietly go, "Psst. Hey, you tied up over there. You okay?"
In response, okay, what you're seeing is there's a kind of a more sleight of frame, kind of human person tied up. Their back is to you. They're on the ground. They have like their hands, their legs, everything's kind of tied up and just laying on the floor. They have short, like black hair. Can't see what their face looks like. Kind of got like a dusty old cloak covering up a lot of them. Um, they're smaller. They're still a medium-sized creature, but like about 5'2", right? And you just hear like not necessarily like a moan, but like kind of a grumble, kind of like somebody's out of it.
I muted and then couldn't unmute.
Oh,
I'll be like, "Hey," and I'll gently test the floor to see if it'll hold my weight, and make my way over to the new friend potentially.
All right. And as you do that, a couple of the chairs scoot towards you.
Ugh. Oh.
It's not safe here, friend. You need to save yourself.
and then they just start coughing.
So would Price and I see these chairs move?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also, you'd have noticed some smaller pieces of furniture actually moving towards you.
Get ready, Bryce.
I'm
Distraction.
gonna try and get you out of here too. Here, can you stand if I untie you?
I don't know. It's really. I haven't been able to stand in days. Maybe.
I'll
And I
help.
will.
Don't fall through the floor.
Communicating, I'm yelling, "Fool, show yourself!" to the room.
So
Loud enough, the whole room can hear me.
you shout, and it is at this same moment that Kali is reaching down to this person who's tied up, and these chairs grow very many sharp teeth and tongues and several eyes.
Try that again. You guys were roboting out. Oh no. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So they would have shown up before I would have had a chance to cut his bonds.
Yep. It was basically
Okay.
as you started reaching for him. And that
Take an
combat.
initiative.
Yep. Give me a second to.
Oh.
Kind of depends on some particular situations. So the question is, what is this individual? What are you doing in response to this? They're not coming after you.
Oh, I'm kind of squirming on the ground, almost doing like an inchworm caterpillar kind of maneuver, and then I'm gonna flip over so that my face is kind of revealed to this person, and then you can see I've got these I put the images in artsy stuff, yellow kind of golden eyes, and I got like a nice like long linen shirt, and then like a vest and buckles and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just like,
It's too late for me. You're just run. Just get out of here. Save yourself before they eat you alive.
And I'll be like, but wait, why aren't they eating you?
I don't know. I guess they're saving me for dessert. You should get out of here while you can.
Do you not want me to help you escape? Are you with these guys?
I'm definitely not with these. I don't think these are people. To be fair, I feel like they're gonna eat one of us. So
Well, I guess if we're in initiative, then I probably won't be able to, but my intent would be to like kind of lean in and try and cut his bindings with my dagger.
So I can see these, right?
Yep. So
Come
you
across
see,
them,
like,
like,
there's a
all
table over
5.
here that
Yeah.
grew mouths
Big
and this big old tongue, like small like utensils grew these tongues.
ah,
I was gonna say, as we were
Features.
coming through before these showed up,
Right.
when Vald was saying that we might have to, distract and get loud, uh, I think he yelled out to like one of the chairs or whatever that moved before they had turned, and I was gonna say as a distraction to be super loud, Price was gonna turn back into the black bear and just give kind of a loud sort of roar into the room to really try and get everyone's attention.
Let's see if I can get polymorpher to work properly this time. See if I can get the polymorpher to work this time.
oh, there's oh my stars. There's bears in here now. We're really gonna have to get going. This feels like a life or death situation.
That works.
Actually, if my guess is right, the bear's with
Uh-oh.
us.
I break it.
Oh, so he's like your animal companion.
That didn't work.
No, he's a druid.
Did you get the ropes off?
Did I get
Oh
the
my
ropes off,
God.
Cube?
1 sec. I get the polymorpher to work. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta refresh my browser. Yeah, that's from another combat that you guys see. Oh, it's hard to juggle these without my old mod that is not supported anymore. Okay, price. Polymorph. And I want to do open. Sorry. I did it before. Now it's not wanting to work. Brr. So you reach down to try and get
Cut his bindings.
the bindings free, and they're just on there too tight. And you know what? As part
And
of,
I can't cut through them? Oh, sorry.
I mean, not with all the squirming going on,
Okay. Well,
but
stop squirming.
well, first let's get everybody initiative so we can at least have an order of operations kind of thing. Do do do. List. Black bear, right? Okay. Check. Customize. Oh, that breaks it. Oh, that breaks. Ooh.
Oh, it changed because I lost connection.
I wonder if it wasn't working because I had my character sheet open. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that.
There we go. The 10 folder contains one. Cancel. And then we're going to use keep biography, equipment, features, efficiency saving throws. Yep. Ball effects. I'll check. Or medium. I think that did it. Yes.
Yep, that worked.
And I will say before we start, Price, see if you can take care of these close tentacles while I give assistance for the escape.
You just kind of hear like, and just like a nod.
All right. So their prepped thing, when you went to reach and try and cut the bindings, one of them like bites onto this guy and grabs his arm. $20.
Oh no, my arm, it's got me. You should all just leave and run as far away as you can. And don't look back. Don't worry about me. I'll sacrifice myself. I'm just that noble of a person.
And you can get an attack of opportunity if you so wish. But this one kind of jumps in the way and
I-
blocks you.
I would like an attack of opportunity. I do a soul blade attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Sweet. Do I get advantage?
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
That would hit. God. What's wrong with my
Now,
tokens?
this person that we don't know, would that, it being someone who I identify as not an enemy, give me sneak attack on them, on the other guy?
I guess, yeah. Well,
Okay. Because it is distracted, which I think is part of the idea, right? Is that their attention is split, and so I'm able to gain or like do extra damage because their attention is not fully just on me.
Well, it's more of a thing. Somebody that would be considered an ally. I don't know.
Well,
Would
as
this
far as
person
I
be
know,
considered
he's
an
an ally.
ally? I'll leave that for. Because you don't really know this person. And they're just like, go on, get away.
I guess
I
that's
think-
the caveat because it says technically you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. So it doesn't
Ooh.
have to be an ally. It just has to be an enemy of whatever you're fighting.
Which, as far as I know, he is an enemy.
And I definitely feel like being tied up and drug away, I wouldn't be able to present enough of a threat to count as an enemy, right?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to tell me not to attack your pet mimics? Is that what's going on here?
That is meta.
Well, I think it's up to Cubes. What do you think?
Go for it. Let's see the damage.
All right.
You're probably not going to kill it anyway.
15.
All right.
So he's like, nope, never mind.
You're like, get back here.
15. It's fine. He was not going to down.
Like, hang on, I got you. Kind of.
But that also means that you've used your reaction.
Okay.
All right. So, tied up person. Oh, wait. So, everything was kind of ready. So, this big thing scoots up. This little thing scoots up. What's your movement? 10. You have to double move. 5.
I
10.
find it suspicious that the mimics are not in our combat tracker.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
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 This was technically before that whole thing came. Like, this was their, like, readied stuff. Because, you know, somebody was very stealthy in the opening of that window. And also, you kind of walked in and started talking to this guy. So, tied up guy, what do you want to do? Because this is more like a narrative.
Yeah, so as this thing is like, it's got my arm and it's pulling me away, I'm just gonna like an action hero. I'm gonna do like a little flip, and then suddenly, like, even with the ropes are bound around me, I'm just gonna kind of get to my feet, somehow pry my arm loose, and then just give this thing such a strong kick that it just collapses and falls over, if that's possible.
Blech.
And I go,
So-
ha, take that, whatever weird thing you are.
And then I'm gonna still trying to sell this.
I don't worry, I can fend for myself. Everybody else, you can leave. It's fine. They barely had me tied up.
And then, like, I still have ropes on me, but I'm
Yeah.
just standing at this point, and I'll move to there. There you go. That's my turn.
All right, Vold.
So, do I need to roll are these tentacles related to the big thing? Do I know
Nope,
that?
they are several teeth. There's no tentacles at all. It's just a big long tongue that sticks out and like several eyes.
Okay, well,
That was once a chest, but has since become something far more menacing.
I am going to. I can bonus action first, right?
Yeah, you can bonus. It's just an action economy, so you can do whatever order you want to do your action economy maneuvers in.
I'm going to use this on the big thing. And then going to, because I can't really cast with it in close range, I'm just going to go ahead and Toll of the Dead.
On the big one?
Yep.
Why did it say versatile? Oh, it's because it has this. Okay, I see. Unaffected.
Oh, it passed.
Kind of want to hide some of the names of these things, but that's fine.
And that would be my turn, because bonus and main action.
All right, Kalia, there's this thing in front of you. Let me check her sneak attack.
Sorry.
I think
All right. I'm back. Okay. Well,
Attack.
first I'm going to say, I thought you said you didn't even know if you could stand. You seem pretty confident now. You look like you're doing okay. Well, I'll take care of this one.
Those are check.
Suddenly,
Once per
as
turn.
soon as they mention it, I'm just wobbling on my feet, and I'm like, it's like I'm almost like in this kneeling position. I can't even stand almost, right?
Hold on. Let me
Once
see
per
here.
turn. Okay.
With a roll of 13, would that be enough to gain insight as to your act or honesty?
I mean, with that performance of 24,
I probably
Um,
believe him then.
I don't mind rolling. I'm gonna do a private roll. So this is my persuasion. I imagine that's what the insight's going for, right?
Yeah.
all right. Okie dokie.
Or do you want me?
I mean, I see the number.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So on a okay.
Oh no, go ahead.
On a 13 inside check, as you're watching this person do some kind of athletics and acrobatics kind of shenanigans, right? And they kick this thing. It does look like a real kick. It does look like they're actually fighting. And it is a little suspicious that as soon as you were like, oh, so you can stand on your feet, and then suddenly they're winded again and poor me. And you wouldn't be picking up any notes of deception, maybe confusion, right? And they're just
Okay.
like,
You just gotta save yourself. Don't worry, I'll fight all of these, and those, especially those chests behind me, are probably also more mimics, and I'll get rid of them too.
And yes to your
I'm going to
question.
remember that I came through here earlier and we were checking something, and we did see all those chests earlier, and this room was empty. So I am suspicious, but not specifically suspicious.
It's huge gaping
But
holes in the floor, by the way.
yes. So I was like, well, you know, if you can defend yourself for a little bit, I'll take care of this guy, and then we'll get you out of here.
That sounds like a plan. Hit him as hard as you can.
With some potassium.
So I'm gonna use my psychic attack or my soul.
Oh, that
Nope.
is-
Must have glanced right off of it.
Do you have any bananas around? I haven't eaten in days, and I could really use some potassium.
No. Oh.
So roll me some damage.
Oh wait, of the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you stab this thing, and it just goes bleh and falls over.
I'm just gonna stand there, kind of confused. You're like, okay. Can I nudge it with my toe a little bit?
Oh, you did it! You're my hero. You saved me. Sorry, I was so concerned for your well-being. I didn't think you were this capable. But now we just have to get that big one, and you've saved the day.
Like, well, yeah. I mean, they look like they have it handled. I'll haul over there, be like, "You guys okay? You guys got this?"
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll make my way over and be like, "Here, let me help you out, get out of here."
yeah, I'll let him get the ropes.
All right. So next up in the narrative turn, Price.
What are these things?
Hilarious.
They're
The
like little
things.
like utensils and stuff that have grown eyes and mouths and teeth.
Okay. So is that Bald was basically yelled to Price to attack those, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hit this one behind me. Where right there. Hit one of each, right?
And this
Yeah.
will be never mind. I don't have that. Anyway, go ahead. All right. Roll me a D100, sir.
I was gonna say you had your inspiration, but
That's fine.
Okay, no serious fumble. So you miss so widely with the first hit. Your claw like sticks into the creaky wall. Ooh, your claw like sticks into the wall a little bit, and it's almost like the whole building starts to shake a little bit. Just like the creaking sound is very apparent, even from people from the other side of this building. It's just so old and practically dilapidated.
Oh, have a heart there, Tin Man. Those are babies.
And you did. So the second one would hit.
Okay. For 8.
That is enough. So it just falls to the ground. Blech.
You just hear like huffing and puffing, kind of just like growls and just bear noises.
And then their turn. Because I just had them be at the end after in the narrative initiative after you guys go. Let's see here. So we got this guy. Let's start with the one down here. It can only move 10 feet. 15, 20. That's all it can do. And this one. Is seeing as how the other one got pretty much just murdered. This one's gonna attack Vold. The boy. With the boy. Probably not gonna do much. Nah. And then the big one is gonna go for the bear. Die, bear. Doesn't want to do a pseudopod. Yeah, it's gonna go for a melee weapon attack to hit, reach 5 feet, target, bludgeoning damage. Make against an object form. Okay. Gonna try and hit the bear.
Yep, that'll hit.
Alright. So the little pseudopod reaches out and it's really, 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 really sticky. And you take 8 damage and subject to the adhesive. Great. Adheres anything. A huge or smaller creature is adhered to the creature and is also grappled. DC 13 escape. Escape to grapple has disadvantage. So basically it whips a pseudopod tongue out at you and it just sticks to you. Like a gummy bear that's been out in the sun too long.
Oh no. Matted into fur.
Alright. Individual. Top of the order.
Did they successfully get the ropes off of me?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna nod to her and just be like,
Thanks, man, but we got lives to save out here.
and I'm gonna come up to here, and I just want to throw like an elbow because this one's really small, right? Um, yeah, that's a 13 to hit for massive damage.
Yep. It gets flung.
I'm like, take that. You stay away from my new friends here.
And does that take my action, or can I cast a spell?
I mean, for the purpose of it being less combat, more narrative, I'll say maybe like you ran past it and just kind of kicked it on your way over.
Yeah. All right. Then I'm gonna cast Fireball on this big one. Right here. And then I just
Take this potassium fireball attack.
So you guys see this? I mean, what's your fireball look like? Is it anything
all right.
spectacular?
So it's like it swirls around both of my wrists, and I do like some kind of like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Actually, I'm gonna go with Tien Shinhan. We're gonna tri beam this, and then just fire like erupts out of the floorboards underneath it. Basically, right where that square is, and it doesn't spread anywhere. It's just in that little 5-foot square.
Blech.
And then I'm so exhausted. I'm just panting. I'm like, huh,
I think that's all of them.
There's one left.
I'm
That
gonna
one right
look
there.
at the one left and just be like,
I think that's all of them.
Its eyes kind of. Let's see. Let's have Price and Vold give me a little insight check.
they could also do investigation being so close to the fire.
Yeah. Well, the insight is on
Yeah,
something else that's about to happen.
That's what I was thinking. In adjacent to, or in addition to it. Woo! Shit.
Well, this is the insight on what this thing's about to do. So
Yeah.
you see, like, the eyes on this like living fork dart back and forth, like left and right, kind of like confused, like like someone who's been thrown on stage but not given a script kind of thing, and then it just kind of jiggles back and forth. I can select the thing token, kind of like jumps here and then jumps here, and then like looks back and forth, and then looks at this guy, and then looks at Vault, and like almost like out of a comedy, it just like falls over all slow and methodical, like.
All right, two things here. I got a 26 insight, so I'm sure that Price recognizes this not only because of the insight, but because he fakes his death all the time as well. And does anything else? I'm just gonna kind of put this vaguely. Does anything else seem familiar to Price based on maybe his knowledge or background?
In regards to
Maybe in regards to like a fireball or something.
you can give me an arcana.
Or at the bottom of it, it does say a successful investigation check against my safety DC.
Yeah,
But
yep,
also-
there it is, last line.
Investigation?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's so cute. I fucking love it.
Oh.
Oh.
That does not succeed. That is a perfect fireball technique. Maybe smaller than some wizards, but
Yep. That seems like a legit mini fireball right there.
Fair enough.
On the 5. Oh, all right.
I would think that since Bald is also right there, if he wanted, he could do investigation as well.
He could if he wants. I mean, he did kind of get a nat 20 on the insight, so as far as the actions of this creature,
Yeah.
Vault, you get a feeling that they're all, I mean, except for that one, they're all they're all just like playing dead. It's blatantly obvious when you see everything that's going on.
Oh, all of the others.
All of them save for one.
Okay. So what's going on here?
That's what I'd like to know. Here I am, just a humble baker, father of 12, and these mimics tied me up, and they would have probably
Well-
done terrible things to me if you hadn't come and saved
I
the day.
know you're incorrect. I
How's
know
that?
No bait would have 12 kids. They'd have 13.
I used to have 13, and then
I point to the one in the back that they killed.
just like that one. His name was Georgie.
Why do you have mimic kids?
You're a little robotic. What? It cut out the end.
Yeah, and it's not my internet this time. So while their internet settles, there's a bear who can't talk because he's a bear.
Bryce is just kind of digging his nose around this big chest, just sniffing it.
As you do that, I want to take a step forward and approach this bear, and I'm gonna have one hand out right towards it.
Say, easy there, big fella. The sun's getting real low.
Bear's just gonna reach. He's not gonna look at you. He's gonna reach his left paw out and give you a high five, just like a.
Ciao. Okay, yeah. I thought you was an animal companion. Somebody mentioned a druid, maybe. All right. Well, I guess we should introduce ourselves. I'm Maximilian Voldemort.
You nerd.
Bear just kind of looks up at you.
No, you're a nerd. Yeah.
Looks over at Bald.
The
and you just
bear
kinda-
is actually Price. That's just his shapeshift form. And I am Vald. And the one who helped you is Galia.
Yeah, that's
See,
me. I'm gonna holler
bear's-
from across the room
the bear's
as
kind
I
of
go check out
like
these.
breathing, but it kind of is like a oh. As soon as this new person says their name,
What's the
almost like a
duration?
little chuckle.
It seems Callie is over there at the other chest. I'm just gonna.
Hey, those might be mimics. Also, I think it's safer if we all just collectively stay over here in this area.
Oh, I mean, these won't be a problem. I can check it out pretty simply.
Why? Wait, if you're in cahoots with these mimics, then what? Why aren't those other ones? Like, what?
What? Cahoots with mimics? That's crazy talk.
So on
You
an
just kinda-
18, would these chests seem like they're trapped?
I don't know. I didn't
So-
get to check them out yet.
You hear this bear is still just breathing, but Bald says cahoots, and then you repeat cahoots, and then the bear's just kind of like hoot, 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 hoot.
So the chests were those aren't tokens. Those are just part of the map.
Oh, okay.
All you're gonna find in there is tonsils.
In these?
So those chests aren't there. They're one
Those were the
there.
mimics?
There's one there.
Oh. So what other chests are still in there? Was this the big one over here
Yep.
that they fought? Or quote unquote fought?
Yep.
Okay, so do
Actually,
I
hold on. Let me check.
Well, I mean,
Let me double check my notes real quick.
and I probably would have used that investigation to search for treasure. See if there's anything else.
Yeah, wait, no, there's one chest that's not a mimic. I was like, why is there 2 mimics and 3 chests? Right.
So then that's
But
the
it-
one I would probably go to
but
investigate.
it's definitely trapped.
Okay. Would I use what would I use to disable the trap? My thieves tools?
Thieves' tools.
Let's see.
Did you finally get the kiddos to
So-
calm down there, Lottie?
I'm going to take my sword.
Because you can always pop back in.
I don't have an inspiration. Anybody want to lend me their inspiration? To read
I
it?
do not have one.
Okay,
Price has one.
go ahead. I'll figure this out. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I've got.
So I'm
I've
gonna
got
hold
one.
my
Okay.
sword over the big mimic and say, well, if you're not in cahoots, then you wouldn't mind me like finishing this one off so I can get my health back.
Just listen, gotcha.
You can use my inspiration as well.
Oh, thank you.
Does Max say anything?
Let's
in
roll it
response?
again.
Not much better.
I was rolling to kind of decide what I'm gonna do on it.
Actually, I think there might be like a bounty or something we could collect if we bring them back. In the condition that they're in. But you could be proud of yourselves. You've saved the day. Don't worry. I'll escort them to the closest nearby town, and we'll put them in jail. All in a day's work for an adventurer, right?
They're like, well, that's actually our town, so we'd be going with you.
You know, if you want to have pet mimics, I mean, I've seen weirder things. So
Also, Kalia, give me a dexterity saving throw, please. As
Aw,
you
dear.
interact with the chest, and there's a explosion.
No.
Okay,
Half
that
damage.
one wasn't me.
I as we turn towards the explosion,
I'll be like, wait, so all this other stuff was you?
I just heard a bunch of people fighting earlier, and I got scared and I tied myself up. And to be fair, I don't know anybody who's accepting of someone who's friends with mimics. So I thought maybe you wouldn't come in here, and if we did, we could pretend to knock him out. Except for that one, he's really dead. We'll have to, yeah. But it's all right. I
Oh.
still got like 5 left.
Well, I mean, shoot, you should have just told us. I mean, I'm a changeling.
You could have been a bad
So-
guy. How am I supposed to know?
I mean, usually you talk to us
you,
and
you
kinda,
should change into a mimic.
right? Be like, see? And I'm just gonna shape my head into a mimic chest and have little eyeballs pop out of my mouth. They're like, see?
Oh, you didn't
See?
say you was part mimic. Yeah, we're from a place called Dell.
Oh, Dale, where's that?
Yeah, it's around. So there's like these are 5 of my 12 babies. Honestly, we were just looking for the next closest town, hoping to save up some money so that we can, repair up our old bakery back home.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
we have
so-
one in our town.
You have lots of gold in your town?
I mean, no. Well, it's flowing its way in. You won't get rich quick, but I
Is
bet
there a
people
bank?
would. No.
To
I bet
keep one's
you work for
possessions safe.
a bakery. It sounds like you're interested in much more than baked goods, friend.
No, I already have a bakery. It's in the city of Dell, but
Mhm.
it's kind of in shambles, so I need money to repair it. And I thought I need to keep my money someplace safe, like a big bank with a juicy vault with thousands of gold inside.
Like, well, can't help you there. Hmm. Oh my god. But you seem like an all right sort, so I'm sure we could probably help you find something good.
Other than that
Yeah,
one.
as long as you don't. Oh, by the way, potassium's over. I know we didn't talk about a second code word to stop playing dead. But if you could, and then I'm gonna like just snap, and then like the flames disappear too, because it was illusion.
There we go.
Sorry, this was a weird way of meeting up, but there's lots of bandits and ne'er-do-wells in these areas, right?
That we have run into a few shady characters.
So I had to be sure you weren't one of them.
That's one way to do it, I suppose. So, Cube, did the chest like whole thing explode, or is there?
It's still there.
Oh, is that okay?
Is it on fire now?
No,
I'm glad you asked.
I'm wondering. I'm like, I've seen that. Like,
So, like as you're having this conversation, your back is to it, right? So you're talking to this guy over there, like watching these chests, like just kind of reset.
I mean,
And behind you, behind
might
you,
notice.
everybody else could see like the fire kind of rising behind you. And you can feel the heat at your back. It's very heroic.
how is that a chest that I could potentially like drag out with us?
I don't know. Do you try?
Yes.
So you go up to it
Nope.
and try and drag it?
Like a handle from this. Is there a handle first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably grab the handle.
Alrighty.
'Cause I'm-
I need you to give
not-
me
oh,
another
wait, hang
dexterity
on.
save.
Oh my god. Hey.
So only half damage. 2d6.
Oh yikes! Really? So I take 6 or I take 3.
3. So you would have, you've taken 6 total so far from the first one.
Oh, I didn't hear that. When I had a 20 saving throw.
Yeah, you take half damage.
Oh,
It was a 7
okay.
before. Alright.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
And then
Like, ouch.
Uh.
Like, well, I guess the chest is a goner for now.
Have you considered maybe disabling any traps that might be part of it?
You know, I tried, and then now it's on fire, and I was going to try and get it out first, but that didn't work out so well. You guys have any ideas of how to maybe get that fire out so we can remove
Well,
it?
or the fire might remove the traps, and anything metallic might still remain.
I mean, that or it just falls through the floor and becomes even harder to get to.
Yeah, that might happen too. I do not have enough water on me to put out that fire. Oh, but
Well, I have the water
and
gun.
oh no, our big sheets of bedding that we could lay over it is back at the
Yeah, wagon.
yeah.
Am I still grappled?
no. Well, hey, look.
I'm just wondering because it's this
Adhesive.
pseudopod just stuck to me still.
Escape DC 13. Because it's not actively like trying to attach to you. It's just like it is sticky.
That's what I'm picturing, just like a sucker stuck to the side of my fur or something. And then also if I move around, like am I restrained or am I just dragging this chest around the room?
I mean, you're kind of dragging a little bit. Like it's still never really left its reach, so
Right,
the
right.
pseudopod's just attached to you.
Okay. That's all. It was just curious.
Okay. Okay. Oh, damn it. I keep clicking the wrong one. I want to draw. Freehand. another square. So as you're standing around contemplating what to do, the fire continues to slowly expand.
I'm just gonna whistle for the chest to get out of here.
Oh, whoa. All right, single file. Get out of the building. It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the building.
The door's over here.
I'm
What?
mostly
The
talking to
windows right here.
You're getting robot-y, by the way.
Yeah, I suddenly. Oh, there we go. It's like I couldn't move for a second. Oh, could you put me outside the wall, please? Thanks.
Hmm. How hard would
Thank
it
you.
be to try to get this chest open?
Mm-hmm. Gotta try.
I'm gonna kind of. I don't know if he's gonna do it simultaneously, but I'm going to run into the window that's right behind the chest. Maybe try and work on it from there. Bust it open or open the window from there.
All right. Yeah, you can open a window and try and reach over, but I would say that would be at a disadvantage because you're trying to reach over the chest through a window to get to the front of it. I'd say that's a lot of extra obstacles in your way.
That's true. Man, I really don't have anything else I can use. Oh wait. Oh god, I keep forgetting about my psionic dice. Which are those for ability checks?
So your psionic
I just
dice,
forget. Yeah.
you go to the
I don't know how to
thing.
find my info on those.
I'll try and update that. Because it's one of those things that is a little weird in the UI.
I just keep forgetting I even have them.
You have 3 of them, right?
6.
She is the soul knife.
Oh yeah. It's twice your proficiency.
Like power, blades, steady aim.
And at level 5, they add a D8.
Da, da, da.
They
Some of your
usually
powers expend the psionic energy die they use as specified in its description. You can't use it once you regain.
Sonic power.
Okay, so you have an energy represented by psionic, which are D6s. You have double your proficiency. When you reach certain levels in this class, the size increases to D8s at level 5.
Sonic blade.
Cool.
You can do psi bolstered knack. When your non-psionic training fails you, your psionic powers can help. If you fail an ability check using a skill or a tool with which you have proficiency, so you got a check mark next to it, you can roll your psionic energy die and add the 1d8 to it.
Okay, so I would have been able to do that with my thieves tools. When I re-rolled on that 10. I just forgot that they applied to that. Cubed we
When you're done roboting.
Oops, sorry,
Give it a minute.
you cut out. Could you say?
So when you're done roboting.
Worst connection. Let me try this again. I'll be right back.
Their internet's terrible. Nope.
Hopefully that's better.
Don't
Could you
worry,
repeat?
it'll be back.
Quick?
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, the effect of your actions are already kind of taking place. So I'd say we're kind of beyond
True.
the
Okay,
retcon point.
Fair. That is true. Well, I'm gonna go for it. Why not? I'm irked that it's gotten the best of me so far.
Wait, hold on. What are you attempting to do exactly?
Open the chest from the window,
Are you
or
using
to disarm
tools
the
or?
chest. Yeah, disarm the chest from the window. I was gonna use my thieves' tools.
All right. As I see you doing this, because I want this chest open too. I'm definitely like gonna do this thing where I move my cloak and there's like a loot there. And I'm just gonna strum a little bit and I'm just gonna be like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And it's just not even vocals at all. And I'm just and it's just loot playing. And I'm gonna cast the spell. Enhance ability.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna grant you advantage on dexterity check.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
So Cat's Grace.
Dexterity
Oh, I have
checks.
to touch you. All right, well, I'll touch you through the window. through the
Give me-
fire and the flames.
Give me a quick little dex to not get caught on fire. Okay, you're fine.
Yes.
You managed to get around the flames kind of looking at you.
And then I'm also never
Oh.
mind, I don't need it. I was gonna give you bardic inspiration on top of it to give you another D8 plus your psionic for another D8. We could really like
I could actually make this happen. Like, yes. Like, we need to jam out to, opening chests more often. Well, that was to disarm though. So
Correct.
yes. And then would I need to investigate again to see if there's further traps?
I mean, if you want, that takes time for fire to spread.
I mean, I guess what I'm asking, how about out of character, is when I first investigated, would I have been able to tell that I would have needed to keep doing that? Or traditionally, would I just disarm and it's all the traps I sensed the first time?
Let's see. With your investigation. I mean, you're pretty sure it's handled.
Okay, then whether or
Yeah.
not it is, if that's what my character would assume, then I'll go ahead and use my tools to open the chest or to unlock it.
You
Would
do
I
have the
still-
advantage for an hour.
Oh, perfect. I love that. Ooh.
What?
Really?
You rolled two
Okay.
ones.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, can I use does it even matter if I use my psionic dice to add something to that?
No.
I mean, because it's a nat 1. So do I
Yeah.
stab myself with my tools? Like, what happened?
I
don't
think
know,
you should
that-
have disadvantage on your D100 because this is terrible.
Yeah, that's kind of a double one. Statistically
That's insane.
hilarious. Yeah, roll me a D100
All right.
twice.
Okay. Woo.
All right, the bad thing. So you reach in, you're trying to like get through these fires. You disarm the trap itself, but you're still reaching through a window, through practically a burning building at this point, trying to reach over to the front of this chest, like leaning over it, like practically like planking over it just to try and get to the front of it. And you just, you like basically fall into some of the fire and it catches your cloak. And like as part of you like falling forward, like you break your thieves tools like off in the locking mechanism.
No.
And you're kind of on fire, so give me a dexterity save. And fire is just a d6.
Hey, I am very invested in not being on fire.
So you take a whopping 1 point of fire damage, and you manage to put yourself out.
I feel like my cloak is probably a little singed at this point.
Apparently, this Max guy was jamming so hard about through the fire and flames that you literally went through the fire and flames.
Oh,
Give it a minute. Your internet's doing the thing again.
oh.
Do. So Max, while you know what, that's actually a perfect timing because like you know the double nat one, like even your internet is just rolled a natty one. So we're gonna roll with that. So Max, what are you doing seeing all this? Like this lady reaches in and she's trying to disarm a trap from the outside of the building while it's on fire, and she climbs over it, falls into the fire, like rolls to put herself out, breaks her tools off in the locking mechanism.
I think I'm. This is a concentration spell. I've really done everything I can for her. So I'm just gonna still be jamming on the lute, hoping that this is giving some kind of inspiration for the next attempt, right? And it's like, I don't have any words for this song that I made up. There's a chest on fire. What's inside her? I don't fucking know. Dun, 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 dun. You know, whatever. And I'm just really into it right now.
I feel like Price deleted his token because I don't see him on the board anymore.
Oh, he escaped. He's a bar.
I just don't see his token at all.
No, I don't know. I think it's deleted.
You looking for me?
Yeah, I don't see your token.
I'm down
Who,
south.
me?
of the
Oh,
building.
you went down. Okay.
Yeah, is this filled with water?
Oh, did you do a escape DC?
Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot that I was stuck. No, I didn't. Let me bring myself back over there. What is it?
So it would
Athletics?
be Dex in
Disadvantage?
acrobatics or athletics, typically. You'd pick.
Okay. But you said disadvantage?
Yes, because of the you need to meet or beat 13. So you just
Right.
so you start heading that way, and I'd say like maybe you're still attached to him to like maybe up to this point when you get just
Yeah.
like stretching out that gummy bear, like the tongue eventually just like pulls and tugs until it reaches this like maximum length and just kind of snaps back.
I just picture those like those little sticky sort of hands or whatever, if you remember those from
Yeah.
like the gumball machines. All right. So I basically Bryce is just kind of moseying around looking for a source of water. And this looked like there might be some in here.
Yep, it is a little. It was an empty basin, but then it rained for a little bit, so
But is it like my thought is potentially collecting some water to try and put this fire out.
oh, there definitely won't be enough water in that to put the fire out at
Okay.
this point.
Is there anything, because we've kind of made our way around this whole area, is there anything that does have a source of water that I could maybe use?
Well, there used to be a big
Picturing-
old jug, but that got knocked over.
I know we tipped it over. I was picturing pulling a Draari. Sure you know that reference.
Mini moons.
All right. Well, yeah, that Price is just kind of moseying around, I guess, looking for water to try and put the fire out.
All right. So for those still inside of this building that is continually spreading flames,
I guess we try to pull this chest out of here.
all right,
that
what
gonna
is your
take?
strength?
Not much. -1.
A pull/drag. Whatever, it's two of you. Don't need to go crazy and delving into mechanics. Between the two of you, I'd say you can pull the chest out. We didn't start the fire. So you pull this chest, this like metal chest out of the building.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, the flames continue to spread. Two, three, four. I need to add another flame.
All right, maybe we
I'll
should
do-
pull this somewhere safe so nothing
This
catches on
one.
fire.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we can work on getting that thing unlocked. Hopefully, I didn't completely ruin
One,
it.
two, three. The spread here.
We have kind of a safe space in one of the other buildings. We can take it there.
Yeah, let's head there. As far as this building's concerned, I'm just gonna take the advice of my favorite uncle and just let it burn. He works at a theater. He's an usher.
Oh, that seems like an interesting thing for them to say, but I mean, I think it's good advice in this case.
Yeah, exactly. You
Are
lead the
your
way. I don't know where we're going.
yep, just right down this way. You're like, oh, excuse me. I'll walk through these guys. Now that I know they don't mean any harm, I'm pretty cool with them. Be like, your friends can come with us. And I'll kind of gesture to the mimics, be like, come on, guys. We got a safe place for all of you. Like, oh, good. There's Bryce.
I'll just move them to wherever they want. So Vald, everybody just kind of left you on this side of the building. You kind of see smoke billowing out from the windows. Price Bear pulled that mimic thing with them around the corner.
Oh, he will be right back. He had to step away for a second. One sec.
I thought maybe the reference was too vague. Sorry.
I got it. I mean, after you posted the image and gave context. So you guys are heading
Hey.
down to there.
Yeah. And then Bald says he's just gonna fall around the side of the building and come meet up with us down here.
Let's pull this token over. So if you recall,
These are windows, right?
there was a door
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Yep. And there were skeleton bodies in that room. Like,
Yep.
but they didn't have any aura on them, right?
They
From what
did not.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Just a couple of like skelly manses.
Mm-hmm. Is the window locked?
Damn it, Ryan. Yep, these windows were definitely shut.
We can go around to the door there on the other side of the building.
And as you're going around
And
here,
oh,
Max, you see what seems to be like a pile of like some kind of like maybe ectoplasm or goo. Trying to see what you can see. You could see this giant like pot over here that looks like it's been knocked over. The contents spilled completely. Let's see. You see this table that has this big old frowny face carved into it, and the frowny face is all red. Let's see. Let's see what else is in your line of sight. That's behind a rock. What else? What else? From where you are, that's about what you see. And this is the door inside that is currently open.
I'm gonna pop over to this other building, stick my head in, and holler at the rest of our group with like
Oh, I've been muted
quick
and
notes of what
asking
happened.
questions.
Oh.
I was thinking, which building are we going to? Because you're
Oh.
helping me carry this heavy chest, right?
Right. So we would have taken it to the building that you're at, and then
Okay.
when we were peeking inside, I'd put the chest down. I'll be like, "Hey, oh, I'll be right back," and I run over to this building and to holler at our group who's in this building, because we were fighting stuff in here last time.
Okay.
So I'll just, which there, none of them are here, so it's purely theatrical at this point, but just making it said that that's what I would have done. So be like, "Hey, we got a chest. And we found someone new who is friends with some mimics. So if you see mimics, don't kill them. Okay, see you over here." I'll just head back over. I'm like, "So we think that we've taken care of all the undead so far, but you never
When
entirely
you
know."
come in, I'm trying to like spit a loogie on the floor, but I'm like having a little bit of trouble, and I'm just going and just making the noises, and then I just make a kind of no actual spit comes out.
Oh, and there's
Like,
a hole in the wall right
yeah,
there.
big hole. Like standing suit of armor,
So
enchanted
what-
armor size hole.
what's going on here? Like, what is all this stuff?
Well, we are from a city south, little town south of here, and we were up here exploring, some weird magic shenanigans, and the shenanigans seemed to lead us kind of up this way. And then we discovered this clearing with a whole bunch of stuff going on. So, long story short, there was some type of evil spell on that frowny face table thing over there that created all sorts of trouble for us. Ended up freeing some giant skeleton guy who is apparently going after the same people that we might be. So yeah, but apparently he wasn't evil. So he's off on a vendetta there. And yeah, we had some spells on us, and there was some undead to fight, and it was a whole thing. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out why the heck there's all this magical chaos around. Do you have the ability to sense magic? Can you see what I'm talking about?
Not even a little bit, but I did want to say this before anybody else got the opportunity.
And I'm gonna like tap the top of the chest that we've been carrying.
Dibs.
Well, since we are all involved, we generally split it. Not
All
really
right,
individual dip much.
I will only take half.
Generally, we'll split it based on who needs it the most.
I'm only
But I
interested in
appreciate
money.
enthusiasm. Well, if you want to work with us, there are definitely some ways to earn some pretty good money, including helping us figure out what's up with all this magic chaos.
It would be nice to work with people who had opposable thumbs.
Yeah, that can be helpful.
There's not a whole lot you can do with an army full of mimics. I mean, it sounds like a good idea on paper, but everybody hates them, and so you can't stay at any taverns or inns or anything. They're terrible at carrying things. You'd think they would be able to, because they're chest and stuff and forks, I guess. But yeah, nope, all their insides are just organic and teeth and tongues and acid.
Yeah, that doesn't sound entirely helpful for carrying things. How'd you come across the mimics anyway?
It's a long story. It's about the Feywild, and there was a Spelljammer crash, and we live in Dell. Dell is a town full of mimics.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
And so these were just my 5 closest friends. Well, 4. One of them's dead now.
Man, I'm really sorry about that. We would have known.
That's
We
all
wouldn't
right.
have
He
even
was a
thought.
utensil. He was pretty useless.
I mean, fair, I guess.
Yep. So let's crack this thing open and see how much money's inside.
Sounds good. Okay, so Cubed, I'm not familiar enough with all this. Is there any way to retrieve the broken part of my tool? Can I use some of my other tools to get it out, or am I completely worthless at this point for treasure chests?
So, in an attempt to remove the broken pieces of your tools out of it, let's go with a sleight of hand.
Okay.
With advantage, because you have advantage on all dexterity checks.
Hey,
Like 55.
You reach
thanks
in
for our new
there
friend.
and I mean, describe how you do it. I mean, technically it's your role. Tell me tell the class what you're doing to get your tools out.
So you guys see me kind of like delicately holding one part of it, and then like I do this kind of quick like flick with my fingers, and it pops out right out. I was like, yes, works like a charm. Not really sure what I did, but it definitely worked. You see
So,
me then trying to like put my tool back together.
yeah, you may need some proper tool fixing.
Probably.
So you managed to get your tools out, but it is still locked.
I'll turn to Max, be like, hey, do you have any tools that could open this? Seems like mine might need to be repaired.
No, I don't have anything like that. I got a dagger. Maybe you could hit it hard enough.
Let's see, Cubed, would I be able to try using like another tool like at disadvantage? Yes. Would that be? I figure if I were using the not quite the right tool for the job, but it is another one of them. All right, let's try it. Hey. Well, it looks like maybe I was using the wrong tool before, because this one's not normally the right one, but it seemed to work great.
Yep. I mean, feel free to describe. So there's some points where I'm just like, should I let them describe their nat 20s and nat 1s? Because technically it's yours. I don't want to.
Sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
So
don't necessarily want to take away like your opportunity to like role play it out. But if you can't think of anything that I could
appreciate
fill,
that. Oh no, I have an idea. So I'm now not fire or fight fire or worried about falling to the floor, so I can really concentrate. So you guys see me kind of like sticking a tongue out. I'm kind of like squinting a little bit, and I'm holding the tools like, if I have like thumb and forefinger, and then also like my middle and ring finger are all kind of like holding the tools in a different way until it finally goes click and pops open, and I just like throw my arms and be like, yes, awesome, all right. Well, maybe I'm going to be using these guys differently from now on. That worked a lot better than normal. And then with a flourish, I'll open the chest and see what's inside.
wunderbar. So you crack this chest open, and inside there's nothing. There's a robot voice. Give it a minute.
Oh, okay. I'm eternally paranoid that, like, when I don't hear something, when I anticipate hearing something, that it means my connection has gone away.
I mean, it kind of did.
Yeah,
Um,
fair.
So you pop it open, and there's nothing in there. It's just an empty chest. Hmm.
I am very suspicious that there wouldn't be something in here. Let's see. So, well, let's see. I guess out of character, Maxi, any ability checks would get an advantage for the hour.
Dexterity based.
Dexterity.
Oh, just dexterity. Okay. Okay. Then this would just be normal. I'm gonna kind of seek around, investigate more, because I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be right.
Let's see what you get.
Feeling so confident.
Nat 20. Yeah, no. You
Still nothing, huh?
you peek around in there, and you're just like, this doesn't make any sense. And you maybe like reach your hand in there a bit and kind of feel around, and you kind of realize that there was an illusion spell on this, but with a nat 20.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd say with a
Good.
nat 20 you could just meh.
Do I
So
potentially feel what was trying to be hidden in the chest?
yeah, basically thing is essentially like a minor illusion kind of thing where
Okay.
basically any investigation or like trying to touch it, you just kind of, it's not a very potent illusion where you believe you're touching anything. It's just visual. So
Okay.
like most people would pop it open and be like, there's nothing in here, like what the hell, and like look around and just be like, well, dang.
But I'm way too stubborn for that.
Yes, you are. So
Hey,
inside,
have a potential new team member. We gotta, get everybody some loot.
there appears to be this like pretty interesting robe,
Mm.
and it has a lot of pockets,
Ooh, pockets.
like a lot of pockets.
Nice.
Like a lot of pockets. There is what looks like this rope just kind of curled up, probably a good, let me check this, good, I think it's 50 feet. Where did I have it? There it is. The loot in the chest. Robe, potion, rope. Rope. Okay, yeah, there's. And what appears to be like a ring, maybe? Pretty
Ooh.
nice looking silver ring with a little bit of gold.
Ooh, that's pretty neat. I'll holler out at Price, be like, "Hey, Price, could you come in here and take a look at this stuff for us? See if it's safe to handle."
I'm back. I just sat back down.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So, I guess Price will clear the bear form.
60 foot.
Just kind of see him prop up on his hind legs, and then start to shrink down to his normal size, and just kind of
Polymorpher.
like start to walk on his hind legs as he's changing from a large black bear to a small deep gnome. Oh, hey.
Oh,
Sorry,
hey
I
there.
was-
You're not as big as you were before.
But you see my cloak though? It billows.
Yep, you're just a little guy with a billowing cloak.
I'm a knight.
Are you?
Apparent as of earlier.
I mean, yeah, he was knighted.
It was pretty official. Anyway, my name's Price, by the way. Sorry, I was looking for the bare necessities for a little bit there. What do you find?
I'll gesture to have him come over and describe the stuff that you just told us about. Like, I'd really love to know what that ring does and that robe. Look at all those pockets.
Look how many pockets are in that robe.
It's a robe
Tons
full
of
of
'em.
pockets? That could be dangerous. I've heard of those.
So many pockets.
Uh, well, I can detect magic, and it'll at least tell us like what type of it might be. I'm not really great at identifying things, so to speak, though.
Nice. So many pockets.
Well,
What's
I
11.
assume y'all don't need any pockets, so I'll take that if nobody else wants it.
I don't mind. What sort of stuff are you gonna put in all those pockets?
Knives, mostly. A baker can
That
never
sounds
have
pretty
too many
helpful.
knives.
I don't.
Well, and I mean, I'd certainly like that ring, as long as it's not cursed. What do you think? Any
I think
magic on it?
you should put it on and see what happens.
I think I'll have him check for magic first, just to be safe. What do you think, Bryce?
Well, let's see. Uh, would this
While he's checking that.
potentially
Oh, sorry.
still
Go
be
ahead.
up from earlier? No, it's. Do I need to ritual cast it again? All right.
As I see you settle in to set your ritual up, I'll turn to Max and be like, "This may take a minute. You'll have to meet Flora. I think you two will get along. She'd be right on board with me. Also, just putting this on now and asking questions later."
Yeah, she probably would have already touched everything in there.
She would have. She might have put it on herself already. That's how you get sucked into portals or dark magic traps.
Yep, I know about that. You wouldn't believe what happens in a bakery.
I mean, if that's how you somehow got pulled into the Feywild, I can only imagine.
Oh, no, I was in the Feywild and I got pulled to here. But are we
Oh, so
still in the
Del's in the
Feywild?
Feywild. No, we're not in the Feywild. Out of character, like I feel like I vaguely know the like story that your character might be based on, but like I don't really remember any details of it. But I feel like there's like a story out there about like some baking rogue
Is there?
who's friends with a bunch of of monsters. Anyway,
Maybe.
I heard a story like that
Maybe.
once.
Oh yeah.
It was a bit of a fairy tale.
So, as per detect magic, yes, they are magical.
Can you tell what type?
Nope. That's why you need identify.
All right. You
All
need
right,
all
so
sorts of
it's
stuff for that.
definitely magical.
Well, and is the the robe of pockets magical as well? Oh, you said everything in there is magical?
Yep. Every one of them pockets, the robe.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
just
I
gonna
guess basically just the
nonchalant just
robe.
grab the robe and just start putting it on.
Oh, look at that. A perfect fit.
And I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be holding like the ring, but I'm gonna look at him and see if anything happens. How you feeling? Feeling okay still?
Feeling dapper.
Bryce is gonna hold up the robe once it gets like around Max. It kind of settles. He's gonna lift up the back, and then drop it. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. It looks like yours doesn't work.
Yeah,
He's
this looks
he's
pretty
gonna
nice.
gesture to his, just kind of nonchalantly, just shrug a little bit and just kind of like look over his shoulder, and, like look back.
And
I'm
I'm
gonna
feeling
reach
very.
a good.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna reach a hand into one of the pockets. See what happens.
Okie dokie.
Anything?
Roll me a D100.
You're saying.
12.
12. Do 12. There it is. So you reach into the pocket and you pull out a silver coffer.
How big?
That is about a foot long, 6 inches wide and deep.
Dad, I found these.
Ooh.
I think they used to be like a warning thing.
Yeah, that's
This
about right.
is a tag for a blanket.
Okay, then why is it ripped?
Sorry, we also had a robe of useful items here. That's what we
This for my
ER.
Sorry, I got a messy walk-in closet, and she just in there exploring, seeing if she can find anything cool.
Here we are. So yeah, it's like this little coffer, and it has this like kind of almost like a little plant-like motif in it or on it. Get them in.
I'm gonna open the coffer.
Copy. Put this in the Discord. That's kind of what it looks like in the Discord. So you pop it open and it's empty.
Or is it?
Or is it indeed?
Is it magical at all?
It doesn't appear to be.
That's a pretty fancy box.
I wonder if
Put all sorts of stuff in it.
he's aware that he's still muted. Probably. But yeah, it's not magical. Looks fancy schmancy. And now there are 10 pockets left.
Oh. Oh my. Well, when Kit gets back, I'll say something to him.
I'm back. I just have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fine. Well, so one of your pockets disappeared when you pulled that thing out. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, oh, you lost a pocket."
No, the pocket, it's still a pocket. It's just, yeah, you can only do that. Like, that's just more OOC. Like, you can only do that 10 more times.
I'd like to
Okay.
put the coffer back in that pocket and then try to take it out again, just to see if it disappears or if it stays.
It stays.
All right, good. I'm gonna put it back in the pocket.
I'm gonna look at him and be
Dibs
like,
on
"You know
that
what?
too.
I mean, it came from the pocket of your coat. That seems fair. But
Yep.
you know what? This I feel pretty encouraged. You guys seem like this is all working out, and I mean, you know, if the cloak's not trapped, then this is probably fine. So I'm gonna put the ring on.
Yeah, why would they try to hide a cursed item? They would want people to wear it. I would. I think it would be hilarious. So,
Right?
yeah, so this
Yeah,
is probably
that's fair
something really powerful.
Does anything happen to me when I put the ring on?
It's a nice ring.
That was a nice ring. And I'm gonna hold it out and be like, watch it sparkle. Be like, that's pretty cool.
Let me the item on.
Do I notice anything special about the ring? Or is it just a nice ring?
It
I'm
looks
happy
looks
with it,
real
even with
nice.
it being a nice ring. All right, excellent. So I have a cool ring. Nice. What else was in the chest?
Get that to her. Sorry, I'm getting items put in your inventories.
Perfect.
And then he has the robe of useful items. So what else is in there? So there was a rope that looks like it's coiled up,
Oh yeah.
probably a good 60 feet. And I don't know if I said it before, but I think I did. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. And there appears to be some kind of a potion in there.
Well, I'm thinking
Item
that we should probably have Maluna take a look at that potion. And
robe.
for now, Val, do you want to hold on to this rope?
Items.
Sure. How big is the chest?
It's about as. I mean, it's big enough, like basically 5 feet, kind of thing. Takes up a square.
Okay.
We want to put it in the wagon, guys? Or would
Well,
that...
before as we're saying that, and as Price is starting to talk, you just kind of see him start to clamber up over the top and climb in. I feel like I should maybe, because last time there was something, and as he's just kind of saying all this, he's just falls over the edge inside. He's just gonna
Like, oh,
stand back up. All right. I close
how's
his
it
eyes
feel?
for a sec. It feels like I'm in a box.
Oh dear.
Sorry, the last time I did this, it was much cooler.
Yeah, you thinking the music box?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right.
1, 2, 3 items.
Just gonna kind of slowly climb back out of this chest, all defeated.
I mean, at least maybe we could put this in the wagon and we'd have something more secure to store stuff in. If you want to.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Well, that was one of the buildings we wanted to explore anyway. Which, by the way, Max, did you just appear in that room, or did you climb in? Did you come up from the floor in there?
There's a little bit of a delayed reaction, and then they go like,
Oh, me. Yeah, it just kind of just appeared there, just magically, all of a sudden.
That's definitely suspicious. Wonder if we got some other portals floating around here. I'd be kind of curious to see what's under the floor of that place. We do have a fancy new rope now.
Yeah, but we also set it on fire.
Oh yeah, it's probably, well, I mean, we'd be able to probably peek down in there once the fire goes out.
Did you at least accomplish the mission you were on?
Not yet. We're still working on that.
Wait, I thought you said your job is to come here and kill the king skeleton.
No, the skeleton actually didn't seem to be the cause of the problem at all. he was trapped, and we incidentally released him, and seems like he's actually probably fighting the same stuff we are. Whoa. Oh yeah.
Oh, don't worry,
No,
they're with
we're-
me.
I was see, I was zoomed out and I just suddenly see things like floating in there, and I was be like, oh no, more undead. Kill him. But yeah, I zoomed in and was like, oh right. Mimics. No, we're actually looking for the source of all this, some chaotic magic that's been floating around. And we thought we might have had a beat on it, but it doesn't seem like what we dealt with actually had anything to do with it.
You getting paid for this?
Yeah, we are. And if you're looking to gain some money to fix up your bakery,
100% am.
we could probably get you to join. If you join up with us and help us out, we could probably get you a cut of the pay.
You write me a check?
We'll have to figure something out. I mean, we can figure something out.
Is it safe to say that the fire wouldn't spread too much because it was raining pretty heavily before?
Yeah, like the trees are, the ground are wet, right? Hopefully.
You ask the question, but you can't hear the answer over the roar of the inferno.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I was chugging water. Hello. Hi.
Well, we still haven't gotten into this room, guys. You want to explore what's in there?
Can you check it for traps first?
I
Yeah.
thought we got
I
into
thought we
there.
did. No, we hadn't. We hadn't unlocked it yet. Because
Welcome
Melina
back.
went to the window to
Hello,
detect
hello.
magic to see what might be in there first.
Oh,
Because every time we messed with the doors, remember, it was like making things worse.
Or making things better.
True. Well, I can't tell if it's trapped. Hey, Max, you seem pretty good with things. You want to come over and check out this door, see if you sense anything? I'm still feeling a bit singed.
Yeah, let me just give this the old college try.
What am I doing? Investigation?
Yeah.
Yes. To figure out what to do with the sub. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I've narrowed it down to a couple of
Which,
things.
by the way, you're still rolling privately. I don't know if you're intending to do so. But...
Am I?
Yep, because you
That
sent
is
that one to me. It was a 4.
Oh. So pretty close to as good as I am doing on those.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out how.
Yep. So that is
to-
definitely a door. I think we should bash it open and see what's on the other side.
How to go about
I mean,
having it work
you're welcome to
practically.
try, but
All right, I point to the big mimic.
Like,
if there is a trap, then
I thought we looked in. We know what's in
if
there.
when you sub,
yeah, we do. But
like I have thought
we
about
don't
it,
know
but I haven't
the
quite
story
reached
of the
a
skeletons that are in there.
proper
Wait,
proper
what?
way that makes sense. If that
I
makes
thought that was
sense,
a room for protection.
because I don't know anybody who does the like boon thing. So
It had like a
And have to
spell
figure-
that was
still-
going to keep us all safe.
still
We
figuring
talked
it
about
out,
going
still
in
figuring
there and
it out.
long resting. I'm
'Cause,
pretty
like,
sure
say
we actually went in there
somebody
and
gets
long
like 5
rested.
subs, or a
No,
lot
we
of people
didn't.
do it, and it's like, okay, so
We
how do
were
you
debating
about
about it, and you guys kept.
how do we
Yeah,
get
but
that
you guys
across?
kept saying, no, we don't want to
A
rest yet.
system for it. That's the word I'm
Well,
looking
no,
for.
we
a
haven't
system.
rested
Well, that
yet.
was the, and then we dispelled the table, and then I know
Yeah,
we
and
were
then
gonna.
we just never did, because we dispelled the table, and Sir Kent came out, and
So it's
knighted
still a work in
you
progress.
and went off on his vengeance tour. And then the consensus was we could rest now, but we don't know what's in the other buildings. So we should go check the other buildings. And then we got in a fight in the other building. And then from there, you guys explored the building to the north where you saw Max. And
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
so
All I'm
we
saying is
never
that
we never rested.
We rested
Right.
once.
No, but we didn't
After-
long rest.
Oh no, not long rest. A short rest after clearing this.
Yeah.
This one and the one to the left.
Yeah, we short rested, and we know that there are a couple of skeletons in that room, and that it may be a protective room, which is why I was suggesting that we long rest in it. But you guys didn't want to do it yet, so that's why we've been touring around. So that's why I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and get that door open, and then we can long
Right.
rest.
I'm
Or
more or
today.
less alluding to maybe we don't bash the door in. We're going to be using that as a place to rest.
But I
I
am
mean, I
thinking,
think it's probably a better idea not to bash the door in anyway, because if there is some sort of a spell on it, then that's probably going to be making things worse. We really don't want to burn this building down too. You're like, hey,
Like, since
Val, do you want to give it a
it's-
try? See if there's any traps on there?
since I haven't really fleshed out the
Is it
system, just
magical?
maybe be like, give me an idea for NPC,
I don't
and
think
then
the door
like,
was when
you know,
when Maluna checked it.
I'll see if I can fit it in,
Just
kind
the
of thing,
room
maybe.
itself.
You mean that you want me to just try to open the door? Because I can't. bear
No, I
that
can
with
open the
anything.
door, but can you
But if
investigate
there's
and
like
check it for
7 or
traps?
8 people doing it at the same time for the
Max and I
same
both
reason, it's like,
rolled
okay, so
really
how do I keep
badly.
track of
So
these extra, how do I
I
make
don't
this
wanna
system
try and
work,
unlock something again without figuring that out.
But
Oh, hey,
I was also starting
good.
to think,
Finally a helpful roll.
sometimes you just gotta dive head first and deal with the situation through experience. With a 16 investigation, you are confident it is not trapped.
Free to go.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Here's
You mean the broken thieves tools?
shoot. What was that?
I was saying you're using the broken thieves tools?
I am. Did I do it?
You did not.
But you have advantage on dexterity, which would cancel out the
wait.
disadvantage and make it normal. So that is a 19 plus 6, so that's
Oh.
25.
Perfect.
Right?
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Yep-a-rooney. So, you get the door controls, unlock that. You hear the tumblers click, and just, you're confident it's unlocked.
Hey.
Do 100 to get 100
All right.
ideas.
Well, I'll kind of peek my head in and peek my head back out. Be like, hey, Price, you want to come on in here and just double check that there's no new magic that we should worry about?
Get 100 ideas in one
Price is
sub.
going to lift his
100
hands
ideas
up
in
as
one
he
sub, huh?
100
100
like
ideas
circles
in one sub
with
equals
both
a
of his
roll.
hands. His thumb's kind of like
Random thing
connecting to his middle finger. And he's going to put those over his eyes like he's looking through binoculars. He's going to walk in,
Oh, I see. So getting 100,
look around the room.
get 100 ideas in one sub equals a roll of D100. Get a random thing happen. Feel free to elaborate on that. I'm not able to. Sorry, I'm not able to wrap my head around that. So a D100.
Oh, did I lose you guys?
So
Oh,
a
there we go.
sub for a D100 roll, and then a roll of a D100. Oh, so make like a chart of a D100. 100 different things happening,
Looking around.
and then the sub lets you roll on it. So you poke your head in, and like I said before, there's a skeleton on that bed, and that bed, and there's other beds in here, right? But there's just these skeletal remains in there, and just stepping through this threshold, the environment just seems so much different. The the air in here feels like a nice comfortable temperature. The air even smells more breathable, honestly. Like it just crossing the threshold, it goes from like, old musky buildings and like rainwater and just mold and all that kind of smell to it very neutral smell, like just clean.
Oh, that's nice. Looking at the door, does it look like there was a locking mechanism on the inside of the door? Like, you'll lock it safely from the inside?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think unless there's something else you guys really want to do, this seems like a good opportunity to maybe put those guys to rest and take a long rest ourselves. Maybe not that long, but at least rest up.
Should
So
we
I'd have
check
to
on the fire first?
come up with a chart
Yeah,
of
although there's not
100
much we
things
can
that could
do.
happen. Ooh, that's a lot of having to figure things out. That's a lot of things.
I thought there were windows. Can't I look out from? Oh, there's no windows at the back of the room, huh? Or
I'm
are
looking
there
out a
in here?
window. The whole building's on fire.
Oh dear.
Oh, buildings on fire.
Oh boy.
I
So
like how
are you-
Kali is like trying to find a window, and this whole time Max is just like staring out
At
the
the
window
window.
this whole time.
I'm just like eating nuts right now, just watching the flames.
This is what they see, by the way. Fire.
Well,
So
I don't know,
did you want to
guys.
stay a whole night here? Is that your plan?
Well, that was a thought before moving on.
Why?
So we can be fully rested for whatever might come next. So we didn't figure out what was causing the chaos, which means that there's something else out there that's probably going to require us, to be fully together. And I, for one, don't feel like I have all my faculties at this point of the day.
I can't go to the wall. Dang.
What time of the day is it?
So let's see. I'm trying to move tokens in there. They're moving in. They're moving in. Time of day. Let's see. So at this point, seems like it's nearing like evening.
I mean, it's getting pretty late, so we should probably rest anyway.
NPC
We should probably
create.
have at least one or two people stand guard at a time, though, just in case.
That's a good idea. Crew, you guys don't sleep anyway. You make sure that nobody gets us in the middle of the night.
Each one of them goes to a window.
I will say they don't have any way to verbalize or vocalize any concerns or alarms that they might have. They're not very smart or capable or dependable.
Well, they could always stay up with the rest of us, but probably not alone, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know they're
Do
not an
advantage,
alarm
disadvantage
system.
of PC.
Oh, fair. Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe. The thing about advantage
All
and
right, well, I guess
disadvantage
we'll
is,
all stay the night together and we'll sleep and just assume that nobody's gonna get robbed or anything.
especially with that door wide open.
Well, I mean, we can close and lock this door. Now that everybody's in here,
So the thing about like advantage and disadvantage is like
I'll lock the door.
it's such a wide, like when you have advantage, it's really strong. But
Oh,
when you
also
have
just throwing
disadvantage, it's
this out
really
there.
strong.
If there's anything you need to know about us men, it's that we pee standing up and we love our privacy. So I'm gonna keep all my clothes on if it's the same with all of you.
I'm a little wary about giving too much
Hey,
advantage slash
go for it.
disadvantage because it's like, oof, kind of oof. Like it feels bad when you have too much disadvantage.
All
It's
right, I'm
like,
just gonna
why are we-
get under a blanket, I guess.
so that blanket with the skeleton in it.
I'll kick the
there's-
skeleton out.
Do you do it respectfully or
No,
unceremoniously?
I've kicked the shit out of it and just.
This is my bed. Clearly, you don't need it. Get out of here.
I say dibs and then get in the bed.
Oh, that's great. All right. So let's see here. So I guess the question for the group is, do we want to keep going? Because this is a really good stopping point if you want to, and just see if pick it up next week, or if you want to just keep going.
I think stopping
I
here would be
think-
good so that we can have more people in next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still here. So like big decisions about where we're gonna go or what we're gonna do. Probably best to have the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, with that, you shut the door. Oops. You shut the door. The mimics all kind of take their post. Let me scoot this a little closer to the window. And they're all just looking out. So anybody walking by would just see like these mimics staring at them. And you guys would pretty much have a uninterrupted rest so long as the door is closed and locked.
Yep. Perfect. I might as well do my long rest tonight while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, just remember to hit the button.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Stream Elements, freaking 3 hours late. That's weird. Stream Elements is weird. That's the first time it's done it in 3 hours. I think I had it set to do that like once an hour. I don't know. Stream Elements is weird. I don't know. So as things kind of, wind down for the evening, and since let's see, it looks like Vold and Max are next to the windows facing the fire. There's a very the glow, the lovely warm
Ambiance.
campfire ambiance shining through the window of that building being ablaze.
I can't wait to see what the other people have to say when they come back. And the building's all burnt up.
I'm really sorry, guys.
It was like that.
Okay.
And yeah, so you all get yourself a nice long rest in, and just throughout the evening, the flames continue, and eventually they will die down. Like eventually there comes a point where the building collapses in on itself. There's not enough wood to be burned. Whatever the case may be, it'll be reduced to ash and embers by the time, effectively 8 hours later, there's not going to be a building there.
Fair.
That much you can be assured of. And so, with that, let's do a little bitty voti of inspiration.
Well,
I vote Price. We're going along with my half plan.
I kind of want to vote for Max on this one because that was a pretty bold move. Like play it up the way he did. But I feel sad for the little fork mimic that got slaughtered.
Yeah, that's all right. They were fodder. This definitely wasn't planned at all. This was as we're playing, me and Cubed are messaging each other, and I'm like mimics question mark? You know? It's like, wait. All right, well then I'm gonna vote for Kalia for setting the building on fire and burning it down.
I'm such an awesome rogue. Feel like who needs to open chests when you can set entire buildings on fire?
Well, it's not like I'm keeping track or anything, but these are the second set of thieves' tools you've broken too.
Yes. At least I wasn't the one who set the first fire, though, to be fair, that was Flora. Although I did trigger the suits of armor to start moving. That was my fault.
That whole session was just traps after traps after traps being triggered.
And then they were totally worthless. There was nothing of worth in
We
the
found a
chest.
loot and a really cool chest that gave off good vibes.
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, that was cool. But then like the chest that was like on the table that like started the whole issue.
It was just kind of like,
nothing in
haha.
it. The jerk.
Jerk.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that was
vote for Max as well, just because for more reasons than just this session, I guess I'll say. I won't spoil anything.
And I'm gonna say that loot that you guys got from that room, was well worth it.
In character, Max was greedy. OOC, I'm definitely gonna share these items. I'm probably gonna be like, hey, maybe we can sell it, and then somebody else could like attune to it, right? I wanted to just convey the point in character that Max was like in it for the money, you know?
Yeah. That's fair.
And he doesn't like skeletons taking his beds.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And he also sometimes doesn't answer to Max, right?
Right. He's like, who's that?
Yeah, the whole introduction was technically we had already kind of started, and it was just like, all right, I can make this work. All right, I got okay. This room had mimics in it, and I was like, okay, how about this? So a lot of this was just more on the spot.
Well, I think Mr. Voldemort's going to be an interesting addition to our group, to say the least.
I had a lot of fun.
I will say
This
too,
seems it's going to be good.
Price is when
also-
Price wild shapes, I've been intentionally not talking. And so that's why I've been trying to do like gestures with the animal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as almost kind of a funny little trope, it's not that he can't. I don't think he just realizes that he can talk because he doesn't really like wild shape a whole lot. It's kind of new to him. So he's just like being a bear whenever he wild shapes into a bear or what have you. So he might eventually figure out that he can actually speak to you guys, but that could be maybe not. I don't know.
Funny.
And I also have a feeling we might have just given a thief more pockets to put things in.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
he knew exactly what it was. I was like, he knows what this is. I know.
Like a code of holding.
To cast spells of verbal components become really for 5th
I hope we
edition.
pull out a 20-foot long ladder.
I was waiting for it.
Using a watch
I
shape
was
text
waiting
form,
for it.
cannot
As soon as
speak.
you were like, I'm gonna reach into one of these pockets, I was just like, oh man. That or a horse, right? That could be.
That'd be pretty convenient.
Might make Kaito
depends.
jealous, so we gotta be
It's
careful.
physically able to.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So
actually
Yeah.
funny. I've thought about this I've thought about it twice. I was gonna do it today, but part of the reason I didn't do it today was because Kaito wasn't here.
So
But-
many. Oh, dude. when you
One of the-
pull a horse out of there with Kaito around.
Right. Well, one of the wild shapes that I can turn into is a war horse. And so
Nice.
I was thinking about turning into a horse in like one of the last sessions, and it was whenever I turned into a bear and barreled into the room, and Kaito was raging and in the room, I was like, how funny would it be if I turned into a horse and ran into this room? And so that's in the back of my head. I'm kind of waiting to pull that out at some point.
So many horses.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So I believe it's going to Max. Get check mark in.
Thank you. I will use it immediately.
That's good because with the next edition coming up, you kind of better be using them immediately because you lose them at a long rest with that edition.
They're also easier to gain in that one. Right? Like some of your class features. Okay.
You get class features. I'll have to read up more on it. I thought it was like if it was like for role play stuff for Nat 20s. I didn't get to read up on anything. I couldn't find anything beyond that.
Oh. See, it's not called inspiration in D&D. It's not D&D Next anymore, right? It's D&D 1.
It's called a D&D 2024 now, I believe.
It was
Hey, thank you for the
D&D
sub,
Next
Rooney.
D&D
Appreciate you.
1, D&D 2024. Why not 5.5? You know what I mean? I feel like
think
that would be.
That's what most people. I think that's what it's going to be homebrewed for a lot of people. But let me see what's it say on the cover of the book. Yeah, thank you for the sub, Rooney. I appreciate you. I'm trying to think how we could do something neat. Actually,
Okay, so for example, a champion, which is a subclass of
here's how we
fighter,
can
has
do
the
it.
ability called Heroic Warrior that grants them It's called Heroic Inspiration now instead of
Oh
just
wow, that was
inspiration.
a weirdly
At the start
delayed.
of a turn
I
if
don't
they
know why it's
don't already
delayed.
have it. So some classes have ways to get this, so it's a little easier to get, and they want you to hand it out a little more. That's why it goes away on a long rest. And then the difference is it can now be used on any saving throw or attack or ability check, or like literally any D20. It can be replaced, which we kind of always homebrewed that anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
most people are already homebrewing that, and they just kind of adopted it. How about this, crypto or cryo? Crypto. Why did I say crypto? I saw a P in there for some reason. Do an exclamation point D20. It's gonna be a janky idea for now.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go get some
A
food.
1. Okay.
I will see you all next week.
Yep.
It's fun.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're probably gonna dip out too.
Oof.
Same.
But thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
D&D.
And I'm sorry again for being so late. Hopefully next
Oof.
week will not be
Oof.
chaotic. Because it won't be a bazillion degrees.
That's the equivalent
make
of
it
that
work.
one.
No matter
Yeah.
what.
I love it. Appreciate
That
it.
was unexpected.
I'll see
How
you
did I
all
make
soon.
that work?
Take care.
Yeah. See you guys
All
next
right.
week.
Thanks for
Bye.
playing. Hopefully next week we'll see you again.
Hopefully I won't set anything else on fire at least for another week.
There'll be 7 people here next week.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Right.
depending on if people wake up or don't have horse things to do.
Yeah. They probably not even gonna wake up till like 2 a.m.
The long game. All right. I'm gonna workshop
Alright.
something.
See ya.
All right. Bye. So let's see. On a 1. On a 1. On a 1. Okay. Maybe we can have it like for now be a system where it's like a D20 and like any like a 11 like a basically a 11 to 20 like a 50-50 roll and be like, if you roll really good, then maybe I can add an NPC or something. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to really workshop the full extent of the idea yet. Um, hmm. Because that would also mean I'd have to add. Did I add? Let me check. Let me see if I added my. I don't think I added the D100 yet. Did I? I did. Okay, good. Okay. 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 Got an idea. Oh no, no, you've set me on a path of curiosity. Because it's just like, how would I make a system that would work for something like that? Because I think that could be cool, like to have, like, you know, like, I don't know, subs, I guess, be like subs or bits or something, like having a little, like maybe some slight influence on the game. Maybe not a big influence, but just also being like, I still reserve the right to take creative inspiration on what happens or if it does or doesn't kind of thing. Because, you know, technically it's not contractual. Because then there comes a point where it's like, Strimmer, I gave you 20 subs. You have to do. It's like, it's like that. What's the term? The dance for me, pretty boy. Oh shoot, I gotta import a couple more things into their inventories of the stuff they collected. Yeah, I just need some time to workshop it. I just need some time to workshop it. But I'm also I think I'm the only person like trying to come up with a completely custom system for it. So it's like, would I want it to be like a D100 or just like a D20? Or if it being like, if it's just like a sub, if it's just a one roll, and if it's like a low, like a 10 or below, like maybe nothing happens, and if it's like an 11 plus, like maybe something lightly happens, or like maybe it'd be like if you roll like a 15 plus, then you get to choose like woe or was it whale or woe, like something good or bad happening. Anyway, sorry. Brain is coming up with many interesting ideas, but alas, I'm work in progress. Work in progress. The idea, I mean, you did present the idea yesterday. I had to spend a lot of my day prepping for today. But yeah, it's worry not. It is in progress. The ideas are rolling. It's just figuring out how to practically implement it in a way that's, well, practical. But anywho, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up here as we have ended. Oh, let me pause the game before I forget. Game pause. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you coming out and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. We did start a little bit later, but you know, life happens. Yeah, let's pretty much do this every week, or we try to. This particular game, we're supposed to start at 5:30 Pacific, and I usually say give or take like 10 minutes for people to kind of get in and settle in, herding the cats as it were. 5:30 Pacific, and we do this every week on Wednesday. And after the sessions, I usually try to get the videos up on YouTube, usually around Sunday. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it this Sunday because I won't be able to. Let's leave it at that. I will not have access to my computer and all that stuff. What software? So pretty much I'm running this on Foundry. I thought about Roll20, but Roll20 costs money, and that is not something I have an abundance of. Although, subs help a lot with that, so thank you very much for that. But Foundry's basically only one person has to buy Foundry, and that is the Dungeon Master. And as far as like the content and stuff, the program itself, only one person has to get it, and that's the DM typically. Right now I have a buddy who is hosting the server. So he's helped me with that a lot. So I greatly appreciate all the work he's put in to help me get this set up. And it makes it so nobody else has to spend any money, which I like that a lot. Like if I can be the one person to, have to throw the money in the pot so 12 other people don't have to, then I basically see that as well worth it, in my opinion. So I'll take that hit. Unless it's crazy expensive, like, for example, if it were like, what was that program? I think it's Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds? I think that's the one. Where it's like everybody has to buy their own copy. It's like now everybody's having to spend money. Or D&D Beyond, where it's like everybody kind of has to buy the different books, and then if you buy the books in person, you're basically paying twice for it, and it's weird. It's a weird time for D&D. So I'm just like, Foundry works the best. I'm the only one who had to buy it, and I'm saving people money by doing it. So I'll gladly take that hit. Anyway, I'm just rambling. So schedules. So tomorrow we will be back at it, and interesting. Legends of Adventress. I'll look at that because apparently that's something that they do with subs and stuff. So I'll figure out what that is later tonight, hopefully. So tomorrow I'll be back at it, back to the variety stream of the boring games. No, just kidding. And I usually do that at 6 o'clock Pacific. And tomorrow is Thursday, right? Right? It is Thursday the 11th. Yeah. So I'll be back at it, doing some variety stuff here on Twitch. And for those of you who are checking out this video on the YouTube, no Friday. I mean, depending on where in the world you are. Technically. Yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow, back to the normal games. And for those on the YouTube, like I said, I do this on Twitch. So feel free to drop on by and say what's up. And, I don't bite much. Maybe. And then, like I've been saying all week, I will not be able to stream Friday and possibly Monday. So, you know what? Here's what we'll do. I will get the VODs uploaded tonight. Yes, we'll do that. So I'll get this stuff on YouTube tonight, so I don't have to freak out about not getting it up by Monday. Anyway, with that being said, I've rambled long enough. Don't want to hold y'all's up from doing whatever it is that you might be partaking of. And yeah, thank you guys for being here and allowing me to do this and have fun doing it and blah 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 and yap, 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 as I tend to do apparently. And yeah, I guess I will catch y'all again hopefully tomorrow for any inquiries of when I go live that can be solved by that follow button, I guess, if you want. But beyond that, until next time, adventurers, fare thee well. Fare thee well. Bye.